Hello all, Sega Star here. Welcome back to another episode of Dub Judge. This time around we're going to be looking at Splash Dream, one of Lucia's image songs. In describing this song, I would say it's very youthful, playful, energetic, and it's really more like a fun bonus song for the mermaids to sing. I don't believe it's ever used to fight with. It's really just used more to like accent a scene or to show the girls kind of having fun or doing some kind of an activity. Certain dubs did a really good job of capturing that energy while others struggled a bit. So without further ado, let's look at the different dubs of Splash Dream. Number 9. So I've said it once and I'll say it again, I think that the voices in the Korean dub are really beautiful, like the tone of their voices are really beautiful, but their performances just kind of range from very bad to kind of like average, with some notable exceptions, of course. In this case, they're just so off-key almost the entire time that it's like all you notice. You know, usually with the Korean dub, most of it is okay, or most of it's good, but then they have like a few really, really sour notes, and in this case, it's like most of the performance is just kind of bad. And it's weird because I'm having trouble believing that these are professional singers, that like they brought professional singers in to do the vocals. Like, it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like the VAs are doing it, and the VAs don't know how to sing, and they're trying their best, but like, you know, that's what happens when you have someone who doesn't know how to sing doing all the singing. But if that's the case and they got singers to do it, I honestly think that they maybe should have just had the VAs try. Maybe they would have done a better job, or maybe give the singers some extra takes, or I don't know. Overall, this just isn't a very good version. It's very difficult to listen to, and so it's at the bottom of my ranking. Number 8. I'd say most of this performance is like a solid C, C-. You know, it's not that bad. The second half of this, like the actual chorus, I think is actually pretty good. I like it. Some parts were just like really, really cool in the second half. The lyrics are once again not great. You can kind of tell that they're having trouble with the lyrics as usual, and they're trying to make it work, but like it's just, you can only do so much. You know, because once again, they kind of took the Spanish lyrics and they translated them to Portuguese and made a couple of changes, but like not enough to where it was like ready for people to sing. I don't really know what else to say about that other than if it sounds bad, you have to rewrite it. You know, Portuguese is not an inherently bad-sounding language. These poor women are struggling to sing it because the lyrics are so difficult. But I think that given what they had to work with, I think that they do a pretty good job. So this is not the worst one on the list, but it's definitely lower. Number 7. I feel bad putting the Spanish dub this low. Usually I like the Spanish performance, but Lucia's VA just doesn't really perform this song that well. I can just tell that she's struggling the whole time. I think she has a very cute voice for Lucia. I think it fits the character, but a lot of notes that she hits are either just a little bit too flat or a little bit too sharp, and it kind of just makes the whole thing just not very good to listen to. Rena's sections aren't that impressive either. But as per usual, Hannon's VA is great. She only gets one line, so that sucks, because she should have been given more than that, but, you know, hey, it is what it is. I don't have a problem with the lyrics or anything. I think that they're good. It's just the performance was not as, you know, good as I think it should have been. Number 6. The lyrics are beautiful, and the singing is okay. That stupid echo effect absolutely ruins it, as per usual. Thankfully, Mermaid Songs created this lovely version that you're listening to here, and it just perfectly exemplifies the wasted potential of the French dub. So many performances could have been decent, but alas, the original performance is what I'm ranking it on, and that crappy echo effect is a part of that original performance. For the record, this probably would have been ranked a few spots higher, probably like number 4 or something without the echo effect. So, just keep that in mind. So overall, not a bad performance, but definitely not a higher tiered performance. Number 5. So, unlike many of the Serbian songs, this version kind of starts out really mid. It's kind of just okay. In a way that I don't really understand. Maybe this is one of the first Serbian songs that they dubbed. I know I saw a comment somewhere about how like the first couple of Serbian songs were not as good as some of the other ones. I will say that once the harmony comes in, it is a nice extra touch, at least in theory. I usually like the extra harmony in the Serbian dub, but here it just doesn't feel like the harmony was thought out very well. A lot of it just doesn't sound very good, unfortunately. Perhaps they made the harmony without the instrumental, so it sounds harmonized, just that like the voices are harmonized with each other, but it doesn't go with the song. It's harmonized but not in key with the song, and I feel like that's kind of what happened here. Even saying that, I mean, this still was a good performance with some very beautiful moments. Honestly, I did have this ranked higher at first, but while I was re-listening to all the dubs again, I just kind of noticed that the harmony, wasn't always working in the song, and so that's why I kind of have it ranked in the middle. I think that this is a good place for it because of that. Number 4. So this is another good version. As per usual, the Taiwanese dub usually has like a higher ranked spot on these, and it was done very well. The biggest problem that I have with this version is just like the equalization is really bad. Like it's really hard to listen to. It's almost painful to listen to. And the Taiwanese dub has that problem sometimes, and I don't know if that's just, it was the way that they encoded the audio that it just sounds like that. But just for whatever reason, it's really painful to listen to. The rest of the performance, though, like by itself, I thought was really good. Lucia's VA does most of it, thank goodness, because she's the best one out of the 3. Rena's VA was not that good. She just doesn't really have... She has a really good soothing motherly tone, but it doesn't quite work for Splash Dream. I feel like Mayumi Asano is able to do both. She's able to do the soothing tones, but she's also able to like give that power for songs that need it, and Splash Dream really needs it, and I'm not hearing that from Rena's Taiwanese VA. Hannon's VA was in key, but there wasn't really that much power. I mean, I don't really have too much to complain about with this version. It is, I think, very rightfully number 4 on the list. The one thing I do want to mention is that the Taiwanese dub likes to keep the original like English in the songs, which I think is really cool. But in this song, what they chose to do is they chose to keep the English word message. So if you listen to that part of the song, it's just like really awkward because they just say message the way you say message in English, but in Japanese, they kind of stretched out the word message a few more syllables to work with the song, and they didn't do that in the Taiwanese version, so it just sounds really funny. I thought that was kind of... I was listening to this song with my friend, and we were both just kind of laughing because it was so awkward. But overall, I think this is a pretty good version. Number 3. So this version isn't perfect, but it's really cute. I really like it. I feel like the singer just works so well for Lucia. Like it just really works for the character. And on top of that, it's not missing the power that the Hebrew dub is usually missing. And I think that that's really important for a song like Splash Dream, where having a good amount of like energy and a good amount of power is just really necessary for the song to turn out well. On top of that, there is a small bit of harmony near the end that was just really, really beautiful. I wasn't expecting that, and it was definitely like a good surprise. I will say Hannon's VA does a decent job. Rena's VA doesn't quite have the power that the song needs, unfortunately, but I feel like overall it was a pretty good performance, so that's why it's ranked so high. Number 2. Once again, the Greek version is absolutely flawless. I love listening to the Greek version of all these songs because they're done so well. Like, the singing is on point, the lyrics are on point, the mixing is on point, everything is on point, and it's always a joy to listen to the Greek version. As per usual, I'd say like the one nitpick I have is that like Vazia and the other two, they don't sound like teenagers. And usually, like, I don't really care. And even this time around, like, you can see, like, this is still ranked really high because I don't really care that much. But Splash Dream is kind of one of those songs where it's very youthful, very energetic, very, like, having fun during the summertime type of a song. And I feel like having young, energetic voices kind of lends to that and kind of goes in tandem with that. And it's not to say that the Greek voices are bad or anything, because they're not. They're very much not. This is a great performance, but that's the reason why it's number 2 and not number 1, because I do think that youthful tone kind of is necessary for Splash Dream, in my opinion. Number 1. Like I said, while I think that the Greek version is more beautiful sounding, I think that the young, youthful voices of the original 3 fit the song better, especially Lucia's. This truly is the only performance that gets the tone right while also giving a great general performance, so it easily gets the top spot. I do think that there were a few other dubs that got the youthful energy kind of right, you know, like I like the tone of the Spanish Lucia. I feel like the Hebrew Lucia was also really good and got the tone just right. But, you know, this one just kind of had the perfect combination of, like, a good performance and a good tone. As the winner, I'll let the rest of this song play out. I wasn't really too impressed at any given point with this one. With the exception of some of the extra harmonies that some of the dubs did, this kind of felt like a very standard spread. You know, there were some bad performances, but, you know, each dub mostly did okay. Next time on Dub Judge, we'll be looking at the second main attack song in the series, Super Love Songs. Until then, I'm Segastar, and I'll catch you next time.